Hey all, it's been a long time. Haven't posted here in quite a few months, and I miss doing this honestly. Life kind of got a little busy for a while since I made my last video, and since I started that series, I actually became a manager at my job, and I was doing a lot of talking, still am, and a lot more meetings than I used to. I'm still trying to program, but that was a really big change, and I think that kind of threw me off a little bit. But then the other thing is, I started working on a new project, a little Go game, a game written in Golang. I didn't know Golang at all, and I really wasn't sure how to use this video series and how beneficial it would be even to post. But what I learned doing these series before was that having the accountability of actually making these videos and posting something and getting something out there, it is a really good motivation to actually learn some new stuff. And so that's why I wanted to start this up again. There's some things I still want to learn, and sorry about hitting the mic a couple times there. There's a couple things that I really want to learn. A big thing that's been in my mind, I talked about in the last video, was trying to learn Kubernetes. Been poking around a little bit on my own, but I would like to take this next project and learn some more about Kubernetes in general. I would like to maybe do that in some future work. I think that's the DevOps side is still my biggest lacking, I would say, or the most bang for my buck in terms of learning. But in order to learn Kubernetes, I need to actually deploy something. That's just one piece of the puzzle. And I just want to build some more stuff. You know, programming and stuff is fun, and get to sharpen my skills, and you learn a lot starting a new project. So what I'm going to do with you guys today is still staying, because it is on the Kubernetes front. Another thing I have been working on was I've been reading through a networking book, networking, computer networks top down, and about like 400 pages into it. It's just a straight up textbook. So maybe one of these projects in the future will be maybe do some networking stuff like that. Maybe write like HTTP web server or something like that. That's a big unknown for me as well still, or a lot of things to learn. So maybe in the future this channel will be going that way. Got some bigger ideas of some actual, I would say, real programming projects, but still want to stay, because I do work primarily as a web developer in general, I want to still learn where are the big things, what are the big things that I can learn that are still going to help me directly in my career. And Kubernetes is one of those. I just want to learn some more about that. So what am I going to be doing in this build series? We're going to try to do some stuff with Kubernetes as we build things. One of the things is the cost too. The cost is kind of high with that. So we're going to try to see how can we keep the cost down. But the other thing that I wanted to work with is I've got this on screen now, this Chat GPT game. And so the goal is I want to interact. So these are the things I want to learn on this. Things to learn. We want to interact with Chat GPT via API. Just chat bots in general. Could this ever be hooked up to something like Slack? There's actually a lot of times that I've been thinking like, man, it would be nice to have a chatbot that can then interact with or in Slack, and maybe it does some other things outside of that. Maybe help with like tickets or different things for work. And then Kubernetes, of course, especially if I can spell it, Kubernetes. So let's talk about what is the game. Well, you just lose. You just lost if you know what the game is. That's a throwback. But what is the game that we're actually trying to build? So I had this idea. It's probably out there. It's probably been done already before. I don't think this is a novel idea. But I was thinking about a simple game, or I would say a chat-based game. I want to create a chat-based game that that a number of players will join. We'll say 4 to 5 plus minimum, and their goal will be to find the chatbot. So that's their goal, and they will be able to do so. Chat-based game. So it's basically it's going to be a game with 4 or 5 real players, and there will be one chat bot, and that will be powered by Chat GPT. The chat bot will ask questions. The game will be there will be questions that will be asked, and then everybody will create an answer. Everybody then can see the answer, and they'll see what everybody else said as the answer. And we will do some type of voting system. So, and in fact, I'm going to throw a little curve in there. There will be one bot. So maybe because bots aren't going to be perfect, what we can do is we're going to have one bot. We will have one player whose goal is to make them guess themselves. So one player will be the bomb bot, and the rest of the players will have to identify the real bot. And each round, players will vote for the player they think is the real bot. And so and we're trying to figure this out as we go here. But so we'll have every round, and each round all the players will vote for the player they think is the real bot. And if they pick so we'll say at the end of each round, the following scenarios will play out. The real bot was voted out. The voting players, I'll say it's not the voting players, it is the voting players will win. The bomb bot was voted out. The voting players lose. Bomb bot is revealed. Bomb bot is revealed. And we'll say only one player remains. They are blown. How many rounds should they actually get is my question. they are surrounded. Only one player. They are surrounded and blown up. Bomb player wins. Around is given is, so we'll say round a round is played by, and we're going to say that a pre-ordered, well, we'll just say this, a random order person is selected, cannot be selected twice, and they are given a prompt to determine who the real, they are given a prompt to ask a question of all remaining players. All players give their answer in a time window. All answers are displayed to user. Users are asked to vote on the bot. Votes are tallied and according to broken into the following scenarios. So I think we can see here we've got the workings of a game. This actually is pretty interesting already. Better than I thought. I thought this game was going to be a little simpler, but I think this is actually becoming kind of a real concept. And so, yeah, this is what we're going to do. I think in the next video, what I'll do is we'll start breaking this into some phases. And I still have never actually created anything with like streaming and anything like that. So we'll break this into some phases. There'll be a lot of learning here on this project, so I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, we'll flesh the rest of this game out in another video. I think this is already going to be enough. And yeah, cool. I am looking forward to you guys joining me on another one of these build series. And I will see you in the next video.